I started there in that first building, in the old building. But the time when I got to Billingsville, they had just built another building which had first and second grade, and it was a new building. But I have great memories of that old building. We would have to walk to the old building through the cafeteria to get our lunches and take back. And there was a big coal burning furnace down in the basement that Mr. Wallace, so you come to school, it would be freezing, and you'd wait for the boiler to heat up. And I spent my fifth and sixth grade years in the old building, and basically over the time from first grade through ninth grade, two other buildings were built to house, the middle school age. So there was kind of an elementary component. So it was a 1 through 9 school. And so I went grades 1 through 9, and basically I started with kindergarten. So some of the students, we started kindergarten, which was held at Grier Heights Church, and we went all the way to ninth grade together with some of the students, probably some of the folks that you may be interviewing. So Billingsville School was a lifeline to the community. You learn a lot there, not just the ABCs. You learn how to speak, you learn how to carry yourself, you learn domestic, you learn how to, you had to take, home economic, how to learn how to sew and build and do things that people were preparing, both those kind of vocational kind of skills. We learned, we had a great home ec teacher that taught us formal dancing, a two-step and waltz and for the women, how to set tables and how to arrange and make beds and all of those things. So the school prepared you for more than just academics.
This school, you got educated here. They cared about you. You learned. And see, like the thing is, most of the teachers lived in the community. Miss Watkins, she the only one that she lived off of Badersford Road, but most of the teachers live right in the community. So if you had problems in school, you could go to their house and they would help you out. But matter of fact, they was gonna make sure you got it before you went to the next grade. They cared about you because they knew you. And in my case, I was related to most of them. Yeah, my aunt was Miss Watson was a teacher. So it was just, this school learned us the values of family, life, and how to make it in the real world. And it's just that they cared about you. They respected you, and you was gonna learn. And you was gonna learn. That was the main goal about the school. It instilled values in us.
We just hung around, during the summer, during the school year, go to school, and had great teachers, and all of them stayed, majority of them stayed right out here in the Grier Heights community, right beside. So you couldn't get away with anything. And they stayed on top of you. They really stayed on top of you. And this building here, I remember this building. When we first went to the first grade, first and second grade, before they even built the cafeteria, we used to come over here and get lunch. We had a lunch line right outside this door here. We would come over here and get lunch and carry it back to our rooms. Then they bought trailers and they added on to the building, and we was able to, to go to the cafeteria and thing, and going to school here, let's say in fifth and sixth grade, I took classes in this building.
Being able to associate with everybody. Enjoyed going to school here in Billingsville, being that it was family oriented. I would always connect with all the people very well. My fondest memories, I guess, is going to Billingsville, because we used to have plays and dances and visiting. So I enjoyed that part of the life here in Good Town. Well, I was in the choir here at Billingsville. I was always in the choir at every school I went to. I love to sing. Not that I can sing, but I enjoyed singing. I was always into different organizations. Like May Day, I was always part of wrapping the maypole. When we did field trips and things, I was a safety patrol. Went to DC one time when I was young.
I was telling somebody earlier today that I remember my classroom was right across the hall. I was here first, second, and third grade, and that was during right at busing, when busing first started. And when I was in the third grade, then I started to go to other elementary schools. But my memories of being here in this school, first, second, and third grade, I remember Miss Johnson, librarian. That was when we moved down there, because I think we were still here, but this is when they started to build this. So we would do classes here, and then we would go to some of the places over here. So I remember Miss Johnson. I remember some of my classmates that I now tease about. They used to take my chocolate and my barbecue chips. So, but I got, and then also I think the teachers too. It seems like it was a different feel because the teachers lived in the neighborhood. Some of the teachers lived in the neighborhood, so they saw you during school, but they also saw you in the street too. So they bring you back. You still had that your guard up, even when you're out in the community. So I mean so we live with a lot of the teachers. So that was kind of, it's a different dynamic than it is now, but I think that helped the community, in a whole.